Morning, YouTubers. Man, it's cold out. It's Saturday. It's about 3 degrees out. We're going to move the Impala into the garage and replace the lower track bars and the driver's side trailing arm. The driver's side track bars, driver's side trailing arm. And hopefully it'll wobble on over there and we'll get it in where it's warm, because I'm certainly not working out here where it's cold. All right. At least it was somewhat sheltered in here. You can see how that tire is kinked in. So it will roll. I got it in here, so I should be able to get it out. And let's see, let me start this thing up. All right. See if we can get this thing fired up here. Good. Nothing but the seatbelt. Fired up. We'll give it a second to warm up, and we'll try and get it out of the barn. Onto the driveway, please. There we go. Alright, open up the garage door. And here we come, slowly but surely. Alright, we're in. Alright, now that it's inside, we're going to let it warm up for an hour or two. Get the heat cranking in here. You can see how bad that tire's kinked. Angled in. So the trailing arm is bent. The lower track bars are bent. Luckily, it's not too bad of a repair. Hopefully the fasteners aren't too rusted on. That seems to be the biggest challenge in all the YouTube videos that I've watched, is the fasteners being rusted shut. The front tire seems to have held air. I haven't added air to that since we took it off the trailer last weekend. So apparently it just had a slow leak and was sitting in the yard for so long it went flat. This thing's dirty. Very dirty, but at 3 degrees it's not going to be time to wash it for quite a while yet. This is going to be a interesting body repair. The good part is we can access that from the back of the trunk area, get it straightened out, put a patch in. Been doing some reading on how to do that and the more modern methods. You can see I didn't park fairly straight because this car drives crooked, very crooked. Anyhow, the passenger side is actually in really good shape. Looks really good over here. No scuffs, no muffs, no scrapes, no bruises. That's my hood that I actually had bought from the junkyard a couple months ago for the silver car, until I found a silver hood. Then I took the black hood off. It's basically just primer. Took the black hood off and put a silver hood on it. And then a couple months later, we got the bad accident. So I had this hood. already sitting on the porch, so it's now on the car since Copart decided to crunch the front end while it was in their yard. And down here is more of the damage that they did. You can see that's all busted up. The emblem's off the grill, but the grill's actually in halfway decent shape. Headlights are in decent shape, although the bulbs are burned out. We got new bulbs for that. Unfortunately, I did break the bumper cover down there, pulling it off the trailer. But since I have to get a new bumper cover anyhow for the Copart portion of it, no big deal. Also, we're going to need a new fender, because you can see here that's not part of the accident, it's not part of anything, that just rusted away. So I can either use the junkyard fender that I already have that I bought for the silver car, or I can junkyard hunt another black fender. There's a couple black cars up in the junkyard. See if they have any fenders left on them. But it's not a bad little car. It's dirty. Interior's dirty. Needs a good cleaning. And first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to get this fixed and see how it drives down the road. Alright, back in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Got the car up in the air. Let me show you how we jack this up. I'm not quite 100% done yet, but to give you the good idea how to jack up the rear end of the car. Right where the jack is the rear suspension cross member or support. There's a nice flat spot there you can get a jack on and raise the car up both wheels at a time. Then you can see I've got jack stands in there. I'm about ready to settle this down on the jack stands. The owner's manual says to put the jack stands along the pinch rail, but with as much rust as there is along this pinch rail, or the pinch weld, I've decided not to do that. Inboard is a little bit more of a sturdy frame member. I'll go over here and get a look at that. You can see, hopefully you can see up under here. There's a frame rail, well, as much of a frame rail as is on a unibody car. A good strong point there. Some people use the trailing arm here as a jack stand support, but since I'm replacing the trailing arm, I can't really do that. So we're going to settle it on that. We'll keep the jack underneath the center support since it's needed to change these suspension parts anyhow. And we'll go ahead and settle her down. Okay, we're on the jack stands. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Wiggle it from side to side, and there's no movement. We got the front tires blocked with rocks. I swear one of these days I'm gonna actually go out and get some actual wheel chocks. I got this side up in the air too, even though we're only doing the driver's side. Just makes it easier. Get under there and yeah, okay, here we go. Alright, we're going to try and get the tire off. These lug nuts look a little sketchy. They should be a 19 millimeter or a 3/4 inch. We'll see. They look a little boogered up. I hope they come off easy. If not, it's going to complicate this. So I'm going to record until I start swearing, and then I'll cut the video off and edit that out, and we'll pick up again when I have a little bit calmer demeanor. But hopefully this goes good, and hopefully there'll be no swearing, and hopefully we'll get this done pretty quick. There's one. Alright, I see it's going to be one of those kind of days. Alright, got that out. Let's go for another one here. Yay! Oh, that one was the one I was afraid of. Come on. Alright, looks like these two are being obstinate. Oh, come on, really? Nope. Let's try all those. Alright. All I did was I went up one more size to a 21 millimeter, and it seemed to work. That one too. Yay. You don't know how happy that makes me. So, we'll get this off of here. There we go. Alright, you can see. Yeah, you can see that trailing arm is just bent. I'm going to have to bust that loose first. And then these control, or the lower track bars are bent. Replace both of those. Like I said, the only thing I really fear is rust. I've been out here spraying these with PB Blaster for the last couple days, so hopefully it's done its job and got in there and loosened that stuff up. And it'll be good to go. We're going to go ahead and take the brake caliper off. Need a couple 13 millimeters. Just we're going to take the whole bracket off.
Or whether this is over torquing, or whether this is just rust and lack of